Hey guys, welcome back to the Sauce Nuggets podcast. I'm Daniel. I'm here joined with the nerdy version of Jon Snow, Adrian, and I'm here with Andrew as well, who has a crippling fear of heights, which we will be going over today.
Yes, sir.
So this is episode 2, and like we said last week, we are going to start with Adrian's talking points. So Adrian, go ahead, take it away.
All right. So my first one, I'm going to need Andrew to give us a little background. So the information that I know, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, is that your your phobia of heights is so strong that even driving someone to the airport gets you shaking. Is this true? Okay.
No, not even driving someone, but I'm sure Daniel probably brought this up. So when I went to the airport with him and his dad, he was dropping his dad off at the airport. He was driving. And I was shaking. Which
alone is a story, because my dad called us at like 2:30 in the morning and was like, hey, what are you doing? And we were like, this is so long ago, we were playing Fortnite, I'm pretty sure. And I was like, we're playing Fortnite. And he was like...
Are we checking that out again, by the way?
Fortnite?
Yeah, I heard that the no build mode was like...
It's like, that's a tangent. We'll get to that. But he was like, can you take me to the airport? And so... me and Andrew accompanied me, and he sat on the back seat because, like, obviously my dad's gonna sit in the front, but he didn't say anything to my dad. So my dad opens the back seat and starts to put his bags back there, and Andrew's just sitting there looking at him.
Wait, but had they met each other before?
Yeah. And so he was like, I don't remember what he said, but he like turned and saw Andrew just like looking at him. He was like, "What the hell?"
Yeah.
He was definitely...
He was like, you didn't say your girlfriend was coming.
That's what he said. I remember. But yeah, so sorry, go ahead.
But yeah, so I was shaking just being in the car at the airport. And then when I drove Brentsa, my fiance, to the airport to go visit her family in Kentucky, same thing. I was driving her to the airport, and when we got close to the airport, my hands started shaking.
So you started driving like...
No. It was.
How was it?
No. I'm definitely quoting that.
That's definitely.
But yeah, it wasn't. I mean, obviously, I wasn't like jerking the wheel off like you're doing, but my hands were just shaky. So it's pretty. I would say it's pretty bad. I would say, as far as phobias go, if it's so bad that you're shaking just being around it. Especially something that's like, obviously I know I'm not getting on the plane.
Yeah.
But still, it's such a strong phobia.
Yeah. Like I have a very, very mild fear of flying. Like when I get on the plane, I get anxious. And whenever we take off and land, I usually watch out the window as if I'm going to prevent it. But it just makes me a little less anxious to do that. Because I feel like those are the moments where it's the most likely shit hits the fan, if that makes sense.
Yes.
Because, I mean, flying itself is wild.
I mean, it is. But hold on. But it makes sense that you have a fear of flying. Because birds also fly. And if you picture yourself as a bird...
It's true. We see birds next to the plane. I'm freaking out. No, but just flying itself. I mean, you get into this metal tube, and you speed up to a ridiculous speed. You feel the G's, and then you just go off the ground, and you use engines to just propel yourself until you get halfway across the planet if you need to. It's pretty wild as a concept. Cool. So I have a mild fear of flying, but I've never gotten to the point where I'm shaking or I'm hyperventilating or anything like that. That's him just in the parking lot of the airport.
See, I mean, I would say my fear is pretty close to Daniel's fear of birds and the irrationality of it.
I feel like yours is more intense though, because Daniel will just be he won't shake. He'll just
no, I just don't fuck with them.
Yeah.
Well, my grandma has chickens, and I don't know if I've ever sent you all those videos, but there's one time where she was feed the chicken. And I was like, I'm gonna feed the chicken. And she was like, are you scared to feed the chicken? I'm not gonna let my grandma call me a bitch. So I was like, no, I'm not scared to feed. Give me the food. And so that is the time I shook. Because the chicken's head was right here. And I was like, here, Peppa. Eat, Peppa. And she went and I was like, ah! And then I was done. So it is an irrational fear. But I would say Andrew's is more intense.
Okay.
More severe, yeah.
And we don't know where it came from, right? Like that, you don't know of it, like any trauma or anything like that, like nothing.
No, I mean, okay, so there, because here's the thing. I mean, I don't think this is part of it, but like, at this time, I was already deathly afraid of flying, and I was probably like 11 when this happened, but I was already deathly afraid of like heights, not flying heights. Mm-hmm. And there was one time when I helped Shane do something on the roof, okay? And so we both climbed up his ladder, and then when it came time to come down, I couldn't do it. I could not do it. I fucking froze because there was like a 2-foot distance between the roof and the ladder. Mm-hmm. And it just like instilled so much fear into me. I just told Shane, I was like, I'm just going to jump off the roof and try to roll onto the ground to like break my fall.
Instead of going down the ladder?
Yes. And so
this is interesting.
That's like being like, look, I really don't want to go around this bird, so I'm just going to run through it.
Yeah, I don't know. It was irrational. I was like, because I was like, it's almost like a fear of the unexpected. Because I was like, okay, if I jump from the roof to the ground, I know what's gonna happen. But if I get on this ladder, I don't know. Something was so scary about it, and so Shane had to get back on the roof and like grab me, and like hold me like next to the ladder, and my mom like was grabbing my legs from below.
So roller coasters, no, nothing with heights. Like there's not any exception to this fear.
No,
well,
so
I mean, like when you're going up the stairs and you look down at the first floor, it's not like you feel like anxious, do you?
No, so I mean,
could you stand on a table and look down at the ground?
Those weekend stripper sessions.
Yeah. No, I mean, I don't think that would scare me, and I don't even know if necessarily looking down from like stairs scare me, but like if I was like at a really, I'm trying to think, because I know that I've definitely experienced that before, where like, oh, okay, so here's an example, like at Splash Town, okay, when you have to walk all the way up to like the high like rides. Yeah, I don't look down over the railing like in the line. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Look down over the railing like this is the railing and you look down, or look down like over the railing.
Like over the railing.
Oh, I don't do that either.
Yeah, that would make me kind of nauseous probably.
Interesting.
But like.
But what about going down the slide, and you feel that sensation of I'm falling? Does that terrify you?
No, because the only slides I go down are enclosed ones, and they're not. I don't go down like free fall slides. You know what I mean?
Really
interesting.
Like
this is so interesting.
Okay. I'm starting to develop.
So it's the
plan.
It is the feeling of being open, falling.
Not. Yeah. Okay. I mean, like the feeling of
the feeling of the potential of a long distance being fallen.
Yeah, because
when you're
like
closed, it feels like a bunch of short distances, right?
Well, more so, it's like in an enclosed slide, it's impossible for you to like, for a freak accident to happen and for me to fly out of the tube.
Who's gonna?
You know what I mean?
Who's gonna tell them?
Wait, freak accident. So is it?
It's not actually impossible. You know that, right?
Oh, wait a sec. Listen. Freak accident. That's the reason maybe why he jumped off the roof, because if he jumps, he's in complete control.
So it's a vulnerability thing.
So it's you don't have control.
That's probably I mean that's probably it. Like,
so okay. What if so we make Andrew fly the plane? Is that how we get him?
Yeah, literally. You have to get your pilot's license.
That's the solution.
Bro, actually,
you know,
what if that actually worked?
That is a.
You guys.
Well, I guess we should say. Okay, well, I guess we should say that. So the question was like, okay, so theoretically, for whatever reason, it doesn't matter. Andrew, you have to get on a plane. Like, you have to fly from
going to Japan,
point A to point B. Distance doesn't matter. Like, it's a standard flight, nothing crazy. But you absolutely have to do it for whatever reason. Doesn't matter. Like, the debate isn't on whether the reason. We should just
make him skydive.
So I told. Oh no.
Oh, so I was saying. No. So we're not debating whether the reason is strong enough for you to get on an airplane. It's just like you have to get on an airplane and fly. How do we do it realistically? No crazy like illegal shit or anything. Like realistically, how do we do it? Not
Okay, so
saying that
Adrian,
we're actually going to test this out and force this on you, right? But just straight.
I know. I've had this conversation with my fiance, okay? And I told her that if Earth were dying and everyone was moving to Mars, I would stay.
Fuck the homies, I guess.
Well, yeah, you guys go ahead. I'm gonna hold down the fort.
Yeah.
I'll take the Martians.
Okay. All right. So the whole thing is about control, right? Like Danny said.
It's not just control, because I wouldn't fly a plane.
It's not just control.
But what if you had years of training and experience?
I would never get in a plane.
What about
Flight simulator.
What about a swing?
Yo, no, that's a good idea. Flight simulator on VR.
I would. Okay. I don't know. In VR.
We put them on Google Earth. We put them on Manhattan. Put them on the Empire State Building. We just make them go down.
Jesus Christ.
No,
or you can swing like Spider-Man in like Google Earth VR.
What?
Yeah.
Why haven't we done that?
Bro, it's so much fun. Yeah, I know. That's how I learned. But you put it into... It has a mode where it makes everything like 3D, like all the buildings. And you can like literally swing from building to building if you maneuver it right. It's pretty cool.
Pretty cool. Okay, so the question is still, we have to get you on an airplane. We have to. Absolutely have to. How do we do it?
Trucks.
One, we close all the windows. You can't see outside.
No, because once you feel the plane start to speed up, once it hits a certain velocity, the whole plane goes like... And that shit is terrifying.
Yeah, but he also, the Tiburon's like wheel wells like, crashed against his wheels, and that was fucking like... For me, I was terrifying. Like, we're about to die.
No,
so,
yeah, I agree. That was fucking horrible.
No, but that's a party to me.
Exactly.
Like, that's a great feeling.
Fuck?
Exactly. So you close all the windows and now it's fun. Okay.
So we get him on a private plane. We close the windows. We get him belligerently drunk before we take off.
Okay, but drunk, you start to get on. Well, okay, belligerently drunk.
Okay,
like
we get him
like...
We get him tipsy.
See, I don't know about the drunk, because I get nauseous pretty easy. So if I was on, like, I don't know, man, because if I got drunk and I started overreacting and it made me like anxious, oh man.
Okay, what if we didn't let you sleep for like 2 days, and then you hop on the plane?
And then we give him melatonin pills.
Yeah, so while the plane is not moving, right, it's still on the ground, engines are off, like you knock the fuck out, you like it's a bed, it's a private plane, whatever, and then the plane takes off.
Okay, but isn't the point of this to get me to experience that flying isn't scary?
No. Little by little.
I mean, the question was just how do we get you to fly?
First, we get you, you see, I made it point A to point B, I'm okay. Then, from there, or we just get him out for takeoff. Because landing has to happen eventually. We can't not land because he's scared. They can stop takeoff because he's scared. They can't stop landing because he's scared.
We just knock him out again.
No, we don't knock him out. He experiences landing. Once he gets used to landing, he tries to take off.
So let me just tell y'all something.
Landing, so eventually he's good with the whole thing.
Okay.
Part of the reason that I've agreed to never fly is because I've thought about that, like taking something to like stay knocked out during the flight. But you're right, I have to wake up for landing.
You have to be. I mean, you don't have to be up for landing, but landing, it's like, I'm scared of flying. I don't want to be up here. Get me out of here. How do you do that? You land. So like landing, you have to go through regardless.
Odds are I won't be asleep for every landing, right?
Yeah.
Well, it's not like every landing. It's just the first one. Like
That's what I'm saying.
So here's the thing. I'm afraid that if I wake up during the flight, I might like purposely cause an act of terror to force them to land. So
yeah, that's not happening.
All right, you're restrained. We can restrain you, no problem. You can scream as loud as you want. It ain't gonna like
gag him, throw him with the hook. It just exacerbate the fear.
Oh my God.
Like, you know what? Tie him up with duct tape, throw him out the window, let him hang out from the plane while we fly.
Fear, Andrew.
Okay. Noise canceling headphones. blind. Like we just try
VR,
to suppress.
full VR simulation.
Oh, that's not a bad idea. We could VR you, like
VR that he's on the ground.
no,
In a TV room.
no. But think about it. Instead of like, I mean, the plane is shaking and stuff, right? What if you VR him into thinking he's playing like a racing game? Because your mind does do that, right? Like, I mean, we've all played like a little VR. Like we know how it is.
I did VR last weekend. And it was like, whenever they took the VR off, I was like, whoa.
Yeah, it throws you off a little
it throws you off a lot.
I think that's possible. Like, I think that could work. But we have to knock you out. So you knock out, right? And then you're on the plane, and we're mid-flight. All the windows are closed. You have no idea, like, what's going on around you. Like, it's an enclosed tube, just like the slide that you say.
Well, I know I'm in a plane.
Yes.
Okay, well, then I'm not... Well, then I do know where I am.
Well, you do know where you are, but I mean, same thing with the tube. Dude, think about it. Oh, actually, I might ruin slides for you.
We're like Andrew, take off your goggles. He takes off his VR goggles. Another pair of VR goggles are underneath.
It's a projection.
He thinks he's on the ground. Those projections can be.
I will say, two things. I've ridden a roller coaster before.
How old were you?
And I was like 13. 12 maybe.
Were you had that experience with Shane already happened?
Yeah.
Okay.
And so I was in line because my cousin really badly wanted to ride a roller coaster. Okay. And so I think Austin was there with us actually, and I was like, man, I can't chicken out. Austin's doing it. He's my younger brother, and so I was like,
get Austin out the plane.
And so I was like, okay, I'm gonna do it. So basically, like when they started loading up the roller coaster, I was like, in my head, I was like, okay, I'm just gonna let everybody get on, and then I'm just gonna say, oh, there's not enough seats for me to get on.
What a
okay.
Fucking noob.
Yeah. So I let everybody get on, and guess what?
There's a
single
new
spot
seat
in the front
because they can fucking count.
No. It got better. So there was a single seat left in the back of the roller coaster. Okay.
That's the best spot to be.
Next to a smoking hot girl.
Nice. We get a smoking hot girl on the plane.
And Austin.
There's one seat available. It's in the back of the plane next to the smoking hot girl.
So I was like, okay, I can do it. I'm a man. You know, I'm 12 years old. I've got huge balls. Okay. I mean, this girl.
I've had a total of about 3
inch.
This
had a
girl was
total of
probably
3
like,
boners, and I'm about to get the 4th.
Exactly. This girl was probably like I would guess in her 20s.
And you were like,
oh, she's totally in my league.
Yeah.
I got this.
Yeah. And so I got on the roller coaster, and it slowly starts pulling us up this hill.
Question.
Okay.
Where is this roller coaster? Fiesta, Texas, or what? It was
Fiesta, Texas, I think. Yeah, Fiesta, Texas.
We gotta go ride this roller coaster.
Okay. So it starts slowly pulling us up, and I'm like, okay, this isn't bad. Okay, well, guess fucking what?
I can only imagine.
Malfunction, and it got stopped.
Does it do the upside down loop?
It pulls us
hot girl turned out to be a dude.
It pulls us all the way up. And instead of going up and over a hill, it lets us go. Yes. And the whole roller coaster goes backwards.
I know which one that
forward.
is. I know which one that is, I think. Does it do loops?
Yes.
So it goes like, you go up, and then it goes back, loop, and then you go like loop.
It's 2 loops.
2 loops, and then you end up going forward again, and then you do it again.
And then
right?
you go, yes.
Yeah,
yes.
That's the. I think we talked about this before. That was the first.
Boomerang. It's called the Boomerang.
I think that was the first roller coaster my sister ever rode. Because I remember we went to Fiesta, Texas when we were like 8. I was like 9 or 8, and she was a few years older, like 10 or 11. And she went on that roller coaster, and I remember watching, being like, "Oh shit, she's dead."
Wait, so you did this then, and then what?
And then I got off thinking I will never ever do that again, even if there's a hot girl on it.
Damn. What if there's 2 hot girls?
and
you got to be in the middle.
And then wait, one more thing though. I also told my fiance that if this is like all theoretical, you know, or whatever. But she said, I told her if she went to visit Vietnam, okay, and then she became deathly ill, and she was going to die.
I would send her a letter saying it was nice and fun.
Yes.
You wouldn't get on a boat?
No. I told her I would get on a plane for that.
Aw.
But
we
short
get
of that,
we get her to Vietnam. We infect her with something.
Some shit. I don't know. Rusty nail.
Huh?
Rusty nail, maybe.
Yeah.
On the foot.
Yeah. Something like that. I'm sure
that's not enough.
Fuck.
How close to death do we have to get her for you to get on a plane?
Yeah, I don't think I'm medically skilled enough to do that.
I am.
Why can't one of you guys do it?
Get what? Get ill?
Yeah.
Because your bitch ass won't get on a plane, you bitch.
You really will send us a letter like, GG.
For real.
No, if one of you...
FaceTime me saying his last words, and I'm like, why are you saying this through FaceTime? He'd be like, I can't, and he hangs up.
He's going to be like, hey, bro, I can't be there, but I Uber Eats you a cake that says, like, rest in peace.
Okay, Andrew, what if you were on a Mr. Beast video and you were going to get $7 million? All you had to do was take a round trip from here to the state he's in. It's Minnesota or some bullshit like that. I don't know where he stays. Or is it South Carolina? I don't know. Wherever Mr. Beast stays. You got to take a 2-hour plane trip, round trip. You doing that or no?
Nope.
For $7 million?
Nope.
Bro, for $7 million, I would risk dying on a plane.
All right, what number could we give you that you say yes?
I would let someone amputate my arms and legs before I would voluntarily get on a plane.
I think that's cap.
This super cap. Bro, that's super cap.
How about with no anesthesia?
On the slide,
no anesthesia, you still letting them?
Yep.
Bullshit.
No,
I call bullshit.
Okay, on the slide, Andrew, there is like a few, maybe like half an inch of plastic separating you and the fucking cement on the ground. There's no way that there is like no amount of money.
What do you mean?
Like the rides on the like the Splash Town or whatever it's called.
Oh, you're talking about the slides?
Yeah, the actual slide. When you're going down, there's it can't be like thicker than half an inch. That's probably even too much.
No, I would say they're probably half an inch.
No, okay. Half an inch is huge, Adrian. What are you talking about?
The slides?
Yes, the slide.
I think I got it.
No, but so I'm saying
okay.
No, that logic. There's no way there isn't like amount of money that you're saying like fuck it, I'll do it.
I'm being serious now. There is, I mean, obviously there's a certain amount I would do it for.
What is it?
It's probably close to $100 million.
100 million?
Yeah.
99 million. You're saying no.
I'll say yes for 99 million.
98?
Yeah.
90?
No. That's 90
million, bro?
Andrew, you would be set for life. You could do whatever you wanted.
Andrew, you actually could get someone to drive you around the world and never have to take a plane for the rest of your life with 90 million.
Drive?
Yeah, you drive up to Canada, to Alaska. You cross into Russia.
There's a bridge between Russia and the U.S.?
No, but you go by boat. There's like There's like a couple miles of water, but they're like close. That's how like the Indians.
But the boat.
America,
remember the boat that the car would be on would be a couple feet.
A ferry.
Yeah, ferry would be a couple feet off of the water, and that distance is going to scare him, so it's not going to.
There's no fucking way. There's no fucking way. But so you go into Russia, and then you can drive all through Asia like that, in Europe, Africa.
I have no.
You can get to Egypt.
I have no need.
I'm just saying, to go on a plane
it's $90 million.
That's like, a lot of money, bro.
You could do literally anything. Okay, that's not necessarily true.
I know dudes that'll suck dick for a mere $1,000.
Don't you fucking look at me. My rate has
I would suck dick for less than I would fly a plane.
I wonder what's the cheapest thing he'd do money for in relation to the 90 million it takes for him to fly. What do you think is the cheapest thing?
Wait, the cheapest thing?
Like, how much would it take for you to touch a dick? Not even suck it. Just...
Like, is it whose dick is it?
Danny's.
No, not mine. Fine, mine. Fuck it.
Okay, how much money to touch your dick?
Not grab it, just...
Okay, so, I mean, I'll pay you $20.
We're changing topic. let me tell you about this fucking tripod we got. So we're recording with our phone now because we want to try it out because it can do 4K, 60 frames per second. And so we got this tripod. We were at the store and it's closed obviously at the time, not right now, but it was closed. And we were talking about it and we were arguing about whether it has the little part that grabs the phone because some of them sell it separately. And we were like, man, we don't know. The back of the box says it.
Look. We had like some logic behind this, all right? Like it says, what's in the box? Selfie stick, phone tripod mount, GoPro adapter, right? And then Bluetooth remote. So I was like, okay, wait, phone tripod mount. Like, is this entire thing like the phone tripod mount, or is it the actual thing that holds the phone? Because if it was the thing that held the phone, why is it not phone adapter, like the GoPro adapter? So we were going back and forth, and then we found out that
So I go to so Adrian was like, we should just open the box. I was like, no, because if they think we're shoplifting or stealing, like that's not gonna be good. So I was like, so let me just go up to one of the workers and ask them. And so we did, and that's not shaking anymore. Sorry. No, you're good. And so I go up to one of the workers and I'm like, hey, do y'all mind if I open this? I just want to look at one of the features on here and I don't want y'all to think we're shoplifting. He goes, yeah, let me take a look at it. This dude dead ass just grabs the box and goes. And I was like, oh, thank you. And so I go up to Adrian. I'm like, how many degrees between the two of us? Look at this. And he started cracking up in the aisle. Man. That was our
that's so stupid.
Dumb moment of the day.
Oh man.
All right, so from there, Andrew, let's do your topic. The is it gay one?
Is it gay? Okay, so
we're about to be canceled.
Not me.
So you want to start with one? Is it gay?
You can't cancel if you don't get popping. So we gotta get popping.
You're right.
We're canceled. Do I want to start? I don't remember it, to be honest.
Yeah, me neither.
No, fuck off. No, I do remember.
Okay,
Adrian. Do you think it's gay to jerk off your own dog?
No, I don't think by definition that's gay, but it is pretty fucking weird.
You don't think that's
gay? Not gay.
No.
To jerk off your dog?
By definition of what?
To go get your dog and jerk him off?
No, I don't think that's gay. That's just bestiality. Like, it's still wrong, but like...
Hold on.
Okay, wait.
Hold on. So you're telling me if someone goes and sucks off a horse, it's not gay?
By definition of what I think what gay is, no, that is not by definition gay. But it is bestiality. Like, you're... Like,
so if you let a horse fuck you in the ass, that's still not gay?
No, it's just bestiality.
Oh,
bro, gay...
We're not even getting to the topic. We're on this now. Okay, go ahead.
Bro, gay is when you butt fuck Andrew.
Mm-hmm.
Or when Andrew butt fucks you.
Two
men.
Or two
males.
Women.
Yes. Two males.
Yeah, two
dick
males.
On dick.
Yeah, but
so explain to me how the horse... What about a gorilla? What if I let a gorilla fuck me in the ass?
It's still another animal.
It's still not gay? What if it's a hybrid?
To see that.
I would say, okay, hold on.
Get fucked by a gorilla.
If that happened, my first thought wouldn't be, oh, that is gay. It's, oh, that is gross and that's bestiality. But within that, I guess by, like... Yeah.
I mean, I don't think it can be one and not the other. I don't think it's that.
Yeah,
it's either bestiality. I think it's gay bestiality.
Yeah.
There's bestiality and there's gay bestiality.
You know,
there's one. No, I have a question.
Bro, is this about the donkeys?
No.
You fucked the donkey,
No. We're getting there. We're getting there.
Now I have a question. Okay.
Not me.
Is one better than the other?
What? Bestiality or gay bestiality?
Yeah. Is one more acceptable than the other?
I don't want to have this conversation.
No, okay, that's not really the topic. Okay, so the real topic, the real point of this is
hold on now.
No, I'm not answering this.
Now I'm thinking about it.
Don't answer.
No, yeah, just move on.
Okay. So there's a video of a guy on YouTube, okay, and his name is SteveWillDoIt. All right, have you ever heard of him?
No, I don't like where this is going.
Okay, so yeah, Steve will do it. You're thinking of it right. So he did videos, like all kinds of crazy videos. I think he did some like videos where he would like chug a whole bottle of like tequila in like 10 seconds or some shit. But he was on a podcast recently, okay, where he admitted that he jerks off his girlfriend's dog. And he said that basically the dog, he comes in and he'll find cum like all over the place in random spots. Like the dog's been humping stuff and coming on the furniture, on the floor, on the towels, on the pillows. And so he says, you know, he can't control the dog coming, but he can control where the cum goes.
You know how much I was fighting the urge to go like
God, what a terrible day to have ears.
So listen. So you want to know what he says? Y'all can watch the video, or Daniel can cut it into the podcast. But I'll just explain it to you right now. So basically, he's on the podcast, and he goes, "Yeah, I turn on like something like some cartoons or something, and I put him in like the cow position, like he's squeezing an udder, you know." And then he puts on some gloves and he just jerks him off.
He has the decency to put on gloves.
Yeah. And then he calls himself the cool dad for doing this.
the cool dad.
Come back.
Could you imagine? Could you imagine someone saying? Can you imagine someone saying, "I'm not just a dad, I'm the cool dad"? Oh, what makes you the cool dad? Wow.
Jerk off my dog.
Let's just say, ask my dog about it. Brownie's very concerned for Adrian. I can't really see.
And then he like shows pictures of the dog.
No, what kind of dog is it?
It's like a small little like French bulldog.
Don't look at me like that, Brownie. Goddamn, I can never look at dogs the same again.
You said don't look at me like that,
Guess what kind of dog it is, Adrian?
If you fucking say that, it's a little fucking...
What? A little fucking what?
Like, what is he, a Chihuahua? No. He's super cute.
He's a miniature poodle.
A what?
A miniature poodle.
Okay, you say it's a miniature poodle.
No, it's not.
How cute is he, Adrian?
How cute is he, Adrian?
Does he abuse you?
So cute, you jerk him off. You better watch yourself.
Oh, get the fuck.
Put my dog.
Sorry, Brownie.
Those nasty hands.
Ah.
Because you know it wouldn't be gay. Guess what kind of dog it was?
Why?
Just guess. What kind of dog you think is getting him to like? He sees the dog, he's like, "I'll jerk you off, buddy, just for you."
No, don't phrase it like that. No.
What kind of dog?
I don't fucking know.
I'll jerk you off, buddy.
This is so fucked.
It's a French bulldog.
It's a small French bulldog.
French bulldog. Hold on. What does a French bulldog?
It's like a pug with pointy ears.
Oh, the ones that have their face like mushed.
Like a pug, yeah.
But yeah.
Right.
So Steve will do it.
Does it?
Yes.
Actively.
Conclusion.
So, is it gay?
No, it's just wrong.
Would you do it?
Fuck no, I wouldn't do it.
So you just let your dog come everywhere?
Bro, I'd figure out, like, I feel like there are steps you can take before just jumping to, I'm gonna jack off my dog.
Like what? What kind of steps?
Bro, I don't know. I fortunately do not have to deal with that fucking problem. I have a cat, and that cat is great, and I do not have to do that kind of shit to my fucking cat.
I don't know, Adrian. All I'm saying is, if coming everywhere is gonna give me a hand job every once in a while, You might come home and there's some cum on the counter. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, then I'm kicking your ass out. I'm not just gonna be like, "Oh, Danny, this is so unfortunate. How could you come here? I'm gonna jack you off." Like, what the fuck? There are so many more steps you can take.
He also makes it sound horrible for the dog. He tells the guy on the podcast, he's like, "Can you imagine what it feels like? Imagine if the only way you could come was by fucking a pillow." And he's like, "I'm doing him a favor."
Adrian,
people do that worldwide already.
Think about it, Adrian.
No.
Imagine.
Bro, I'm putting on a diaper, or on my animal.
You're not putting a diaper on me.
All right, Daniel, what's your...
okay, hold on. But if I jerked you off, that would be gay.
That would be cleanliness. That would be maintaining the living space. It's not that I want to get jerked off. I can't control it. Coming everywhere, Adrian. You open the door. Oh, what's that on my hand? It's Danny.
What the fuck is wrong with you? Bro, put on some pants. Like, there's no way, like you're... Okay.
I'm a very strong lover. I'm sure it will go through. I'm sure. What if we're talking one day, having a conversation, and then it goes through the pants and onto you while we're talking?
You gotta saran wrap your shit then or something. Like, I don't know.
Shit, I don't know, man.
Fucking wear a condom 24/7.
I mean, I guess that could work. I guess. All right, Andrew, what were you saying?
I'm so mentally scarred by this.
Buddy, this is going to be every week. We're going to find
why don't we...
stuff.
Let's move to...
I thought the world was good.
I don't know why you thought that.
That was wrong.
Let's move to one of Daniel's topics.
Let's do a short one. Did y'all hear about, or Andrew, did you hear about Adriana Chechik? Is that how you say it? Chechik?
Yes, it's Chechik.
Chechik? Did you hear about her and how she got her back blown out at TwitchCon?
I did.
I watched the video.
I actually have not seen it.
You haven't seen it?
No, wait.
Let me describe it to you. She's doing, like, you ever been to, like, those trampoline places?
No.
The, like, trampoline parks? Bro, we'll go. They're fucking fun. But anyways, they always have this thing where it's like a dueling kind of thing, where it's like a platform. Mm-hmm. There's two people, you approach each other, and you have, like, these giant, like, cylindrical pillows, and you hit each other with it.
That sounds super fun.
She was doing that against another female streamer. Well, what these dipshits, from what I see, I don't know 100%, but from what I see, it's like the floor and the little platforms they're standing on, and they put like one layer of foam cubes on the ground, and they're like, it's a foam pit now.
Yeah,
so she got knocked off.
No, she won. She knocked that other chick off. The other chick fell in the foam. Adriana Chechik goes, "Oh yeah, I'm the winner." She fucking Mario ground pounds off the platform into the floor, and she broke her back like that. She landed straight on her tailbone.
Yeah, you can maybe you can cut that video in too, but you can see her bounce off the solid floor, and then she's just like,
it's like the foam pit just parts for her, introducing the fucking cement.
Yeah,
and she hits the floor and then rolls over, and they're like, "Hi, are you okay?" She's like, "I'm not okay."
The fact that they tried to play that off as a fucking pit, like a fucking foam pit.
She should sue.
That's an easy win.
That's fucking easy. Imagine if she tried to dive in on her neck. She could have killed herself. So I saw it happen, and I was like, man, this female streamer, she got her shit rocked. And then I was like, Adriana Chechik, I feel like I've heard that name before. And I was like, where have I heard this name before? And so I Googled her. And was reminded very fast where I know her from.
Yes, I've watched her videos before.
I haven't watched her videos, but I know I've seen the name and I've seen like thumbnails and stuff like that. But so I saw her, and so I was like, so the former corn star, we'll just say, the former corn star got her back blown out. You just cannot run away from fate, can you? Just can't.
And you know, like her injuries. I mean, jokes aside, dude, her injuries were.
She broke her back. Her like spine is broken, not completely.
Yeah, well, so she needed like a ton of fusions. She damaged a nerve that goes to her bladder.
She's pissing herself.
Oh, I don't know if she's pissing herself, but I remember seeing like because she just updated it today. Yeah, she said the surgery was like 6 hours long, and yeah.
Damn, that is intense.
Okay, bro, I just checked her Twitter. You're gonna fucking laugh.
I'll try not to.
She said, hopefully I'll be able to pee again in the near future. No more squirting, probably. But yeah, that sucks. I mean, I definitely would not want to go through breaking my back, especially at an event that, you know, you thought you were going to have a good time at, but
not just that, just like
and then
it being like, it's like you look at the foam pit, you're like, oh, they made a foam pit. You're like, yeah, it's a foam pit, and it's just like,
dude,
not just that.
That's easy money to sue. Like, there's just no way. There's no way that there's not.
But they could argue. Could they not argue like, no one asked her to do a ground pound off of the?
It doesn't matter if you're gonna put foam.
True, it's there to cushion a fall, and it's not doing it.
Yeah.
Right.
Exactly. So if she could have ended up falling like that, you know,
could have been on her back, on her neck.
Yeah, if someone had gotten knocked back and hit their head on the ground,
neck,
you know.
Yeah. No, I feel like. No, I feel like unless they explicitly state like only jump off and land with your legs. No, but see, even then, even if you put that disclaimer, that's just bad design from the beginning.
Yeah, it's like, still like there's things you can't account for, and one is like the girl hitting her with the foam and then her falling back like that. Yeah,
you just trip. No, there's no way. They should totally get sued for that. 100%.
And I believe it was. I believe it was Lenovo that was hosting that. So Twitch is basically trying to say it's not our problem, it's Lenovo's.
Of course.
Nah, I don't agree with that.
No, because Lenovo. Okay, well, I think it depends on how it's set up, right? If Twitch said, "Hey, Lenovo, you are solely in charge," no, even Twitch bears responsibility.
Yeah, I was gonna say
you're allowing
Twitch's
somebody.
event.
It's Twitch's event. You have to have some.
It's like,
oversight.
Nokia was letting people do lines of cocaine at TwitchCon. That's not our problem.
Right.
Nah, I don't.
Yeah, no.
Sorry, Twitch.
They fucked up for sure.
You get a no from us.
It's a no from me, dog.
Somebody also dislocated their knee.
That's the thumbnail. Agreed.
So somebody also dislocated their knee after that girl broke her back.
In the same foam pit?
Yeah.
Who the fuck?
Yeah, they kept it open.
Who the fuck is watching her do that? Oh, she broke her back. Like, I got next. I ain't mean.
Bro, I can't even give the benefit of the doubt. Like, they gave some poor fucking intern the job to like set up the foam pit. Even like missing all the oversight off of that, then it happens again. No,
yes,
that is clear grounds. Like, lawyers watching, which is no one, listen up, go call her and fucking sue. That's easy. That's easy money.
Easy dubs. That is insane.
That's crazy.
That's actually insane.
And then the people that run that event, I guess like the Lenovo reps or whatever, after both of those things happen, there's a clip of the guy saying, "We're all about safety here at the Lenovo battle blah 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 event."
Jeez. Big epic fail.
Yeah.
That's so funny. Okay, my other topic, and I feel like we should do this one because it's relatively recent. And, this is something that's happened in the last week, is the release of the Mario trailer. Have you seen it? The Super Mario trailer? Andrew, you seen it?
I've seen the trailer, yes.
Okay, cool. So we can talk about it. We can talk about just the trailer itself, and then how we feel about Chris Pratt as the voice actor, because no one asked, but we're going to say our opinion anyways. So do y'all have any opinions on it?
I really like how it looks, but
Agreed.
I do think it's a disservice to not have, like, it doesn't have to be the exact same, but I do think it is a disservice to not have Mario's voice sound something like the game. Like, that is the whole purpose of the movie, to give you, to build on the nostalgia or the ongoing, like, I guess, the ongoing, like, fanaticism that you have for the game, right? Like, that's the whole point of the movie.
Okay.
Right?
I'm ready to play devil's advocate.
So I feel like it's a disservice. Like, I don't think, like, if they decide to go the direction of, like, oh, like, we won't make it sound exactly like Mario or whatever because it just doesn't make sense for, like, a movie that has dialogue or whatever, I totally get it. But just based on what I saw in the trailer, like, and it's not even hating on Chris Pratt. Like, I think, like, maybe Chris Pratt could be, like, a good voice actor. He's probably done some stuff here and there. Actually, I think he did something for, oh my god, what's the What If for Marvel? And, like, that wasn't bad. Like, you know, so it's nothing on Chris Pratt. But I think that the direction of, like, oh, we're not going to include any sort of, like, Mario-esque accent or whatever, I do think they're going to get some backlash for it. Now, I'm curious to see if they're going to change it because we definitely bullied the hell out of Sony for the Sonic. Like, you guys remember the first, like, Sonic? That stuff was nightmare fuel. And they went back and changed it, and I loved it. Like,
yeah, it was a really good movie.
I loved the movie so much.
It was an amazing movie. After
the second one did not hit as hard.
No,
I haven't watched it. I haven't watched it, so
you're not missing out. The second one actually sucks. Did we watch it together, Andrew?
We watched it in theaters.
You and me watched it, right?
With Tito and his friend, yes.
That's what it was. Yeah, we took Tito and his friends, and we watched it, and it was not.
It's
like
insufferable.
The first one's like good for everyone. The second one really is just for the kids. Like it's not good. But to play devil's advocate to what you're saying, there's three stages for the Mario voice acting, right? There's Mario, the Mario voice, the guy who's played Mario since N64, him doing the whole movie, right? It sounds literally just like the games. It is Mario, right? There is Chris Pratt doing his best Mario impression, sounding as much like Mario as he can, as Chris Pratt. And there's the third one, there's Chris Pratt just doing his voice. Just focusing on the acting, not on the voice. Being a good voice actor, not a good Mario impressionist. I feel like the trailer, from the 2 lines we heard from him, lands somewhere in the middle of those 2. And the reason I say that is because...
those 2? I thought there was 3.
The third one is Mario's voice acting.
Oh, you're saying in between the second and third.
Exactly.
So in between...
Him
Chris
doing
Pratt,
a Mario impression and him doing his own voice.
Okay.
We only get 2 lines. The first line where he's like, "Where am I?" That's the third extreme. That's just Chris Pratt's voice. But the second one that we heard where he's like, "Mushroom Kingdom, here we come." You can hear he does a little bit of a Brooklyn accent. And in like the older Marios, that's what they gave Mario, a Brooklyn accent rather than like a hard Italian accent. So I feel like that's what he's going to go for, that like slight Brooklyn accent. And I think that's the best way to go about it. And the reason I say that is because Mario himself, the Mario voice actor and Mario as a character, he doesn't sound good in long spurts. He doesn't... There's a reason Mario lines are like, yippee! Like, you know? They're very short. Because long voice lines, and you hear it sometimes when Mario does have multiple lines, it just doesn't sound that good. It doesn't sound that acty. It more sounds like, you know, like a kid's thing. Yeah. So I think if they wanted Mario's voice, they would have just got the voice actor. He does all the Mario voices for all the games. So there's a reason to go for that. Personally, I'd rather hear good acting over a crappy impression. And I feel like Chris Pratt's Mario impression probably is not that good. No one's Mario impression is really and truly like amazing.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, I agree with what you're saying. I would much rather have like that 2 or 3 choice. But like, I do think there's a happy middle that you can, you know, kind of please most of like the you know, the bait or you know, your target audience. But just off of the 2 lines, I don't think we're quite there yet.
I don't think we can really tell yet.
That's fair. But
from what I heard from the 2 lines, I think we are somewhere in the middle. And I think that's good. Because Chris Pratt just acting, just being his voice, I think we could find someone who can voice act and sound closer to Mario.
Bro, you can get Mark Wahlberg. His Brooklyn accent.
Maybe.
I'll fuck you up, Bowser. That'd be funny.
I mean, yeah, maybe. But like, just that, I'd rather hear good voice acting than crappy impressions. But I'd rather hear at least an attempt to sound like the source material than just, like we were saying with The Rock, with Black Adam, right? It's not really about Black, from what the trailers show. It doesn't really seem like it's about Black Adam. It's more about The Rock as Black Adam. It's kind of like the character's morphing to fit the actor, which I feel like that's where you start to lose fans. So We don't know yet where we are, but I think so far it sounds, from the 2 lines, it sounds minimally okay. The visuals look crisp.
Yeah, yes, it's made by the same studio that. Yeah, it's made by the same studio that did Despicable Me. It looks fantastic.
DreamWorks? Is it DreamWorks?
Not DreamWorks. It's
We can find it.
Paramount?
No, it's not Paramount.
Damn, I don't know this shit.
Shoot, I can't remember.
Hold on, I got your studio.
He's looking it up.
That made
Illumination.
Oh, Illumination. That's right.
Yeah. So it's it looks really nice.
Yeah.
I find it hard to criticize the voice.
Going off so little.
Yeah, exactly. Just by going off of the, and there's also like, sometimes when I think about that, I think about, am I making the same argument as like when people are mad that the Little Mermaid is black? You know what I mean? So it's like, I don't know if I'm making the same argument if I'm like upset that he's not Italian.
No, but here's the thing, right? We didn't say that he has to be Italian, and we didn't say that it has to be exactly like Mario. We said like there has to be somewhere in between, right? But like if you're gonna have like the whole point of the movie, like for example, The Little Mermaid isn't like, the story isn't about a like white skinned mermaid that does this. It's about a mermaid,
Yeah.
So that's why I'm like, the whole argument of like, oh, Little Mermaid shouldn't be black. Like I think it's stupid. But like with the Mario thing, it's like there's certain things about his character that make Mario. Like, what do you remember Mario for? Like,
the accent. Yeah.
Exactly.
So yeah, you've made me think that that you're right. They're not the same thing. So I would say that
I'm not a bigot. I was close.
I think that it's okay if he doesn't have an Italian accent, but I do think, like what y'all are saying, if he kind of like tries to do one, or like some kind of like form of an accent, I think it would make the acting and make the movie feel more like Mario.
I think him with a decent Brooklyn accent is enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Because, who's it? Charlie Kelly? That's Luigi?
Charlie Kelly?
The guy from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia?
Oh,
yeah, it is him.
Kelly? That's not his name.
Something Kelly. Isn't it Charlie Kelly?
No, I don't think it's.
I have no idea.
Look it up. The guy who plays Luigi. Something Kelly.
Charlie Day.
Charlie Day. My fault.
Yeah,
I was like, what's happening?
Yeah.
So yeah, Charlie Day is Luigi. That's probably going to be good.
Yeah.
Keegan-Michael Key as Toad already sounds good, I think.
Was Jack Black Bowser? No.
Yeah, Jack Black is Bowser.
I like Bowser. Like, do you yield?
That was not Bowser.
I know.
That was the penguin.
I know. That was the penguin.
My bad. Come on. Where he goes, ha, no. I like that they had DDD in the trailer. The King of the Penguins. It wasn't DDD.
I know that.
It was a king penguin. Can you imagine he pulls out a hammer? I'll lose my shit.
Dude, that would be a crazy...
Oh, be funny if they reference Smash.
Yeah, actually, that's what I was going to say.
It could be at the end.
That's what I was going to say, that this kind of opens the way to, like... Because there's a Sonic movie, there's Detective Pikachu, like you could open a segue into, like, a Smash
There needs
movie.
to be a Legend of Zelda movie. That'll be good.
That'd be nice.
No, there was a concept for one, wasn't there? And I think they shut it down. Actually, I just saw a post about it today that... I don't know how true it was or not, but that supposedly they were thinking of casting Emma Watson as Zelda. But that apparently, like, once, like, it got leaked or whatever, like, whatever studio, like, was backing it from Japan, like, backed out.
That sucks.
If that were true, she'd be an incredible Emma Watson. Or Zelda.
Emma Watson would be an incredible
Emma Watson as
Yeah.
Emma Watson. A Zelda movie would be cool. A Kirby movie? I don't know how a Kirby movie would go.
Dude, how do you get dialogue to Kirby?
Not just that.
Jack Black plays Kirby.
How do you make something so cute and cuddly cater to, like, at this point 30-year-old men while still making it relevant to kids?
Okay.
There's like nothing in the middle.
Okay, I mean, yes, 30-year-old men, but it's also you're not catering to, like, you're
You gotta
catering
cater to
you're
nostalgia.
catering to 30-year-old men that grew up playing those games.
Yeah,
You
you're right.
know?
You're right.
Like it's the same thing. Like the Mario movie isn't meant to cater to people that have no idea about Mario or anything like that, right?
True.
And so that's why like when we watch that movie, we're of course not going to be like, oh, the plot was like not as deep as Game of Thrones. Like it's supposed to be like, you know, fun, playful, like build off of something that you loved when you grow up. So it's not that serious for us. But again, with the voice acting, like there are certain things that, you know, I think is fair to, you know, well, I don't want to say criticize, but kind of debate on. Because, I mean, also the thing is, like, the whole point of a movie, right, is to make money and to sell. So whatever trailer you release, like, first impressions are super important, right? So you better be careful about what you put out there, right? Because the movie could turn out, we could all be wrong. We could watch the movie and it turns out he does have like a kick-ass like Brooklyn accent or something like that, and we were all wrong. But just this initial like,
we have very little to go off.
It creates a little like, now you're going into it with a little more like criticism and more of a critical eye rather than just like enjoying it.
Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna watch it regardless.
Oh, yeah.
I'll probably enjoy it regardless. God damn, I drop something
I think
every
I'll like
episode.
Yeah. Yeah.
They'll probably come out with like multiple movies.
Yeah, I can see that.
I hope
An eventual Smash
they don't
movie.
milk it.
An eventual Smash movie would be amazing.
That'd be super cool.
Keeping it just with like the original 12 characters. And I mean, we'd have to have a Metroid movie. Donkey Kong's gonna be in the Mario movie. Yoshi, I'm sure, will also be in the Mario movie.
Dude, a Star Fox movie?
That could be cool.
Oh, that would be cool.
Starts
That'd be a
chopping
throwback.
off his own legs.
The story. Oh, yeah. A Fox McCloud.
All right, so the last thing we'll do, and we'll make it kind of short. Let's get Adrian's thoughts on Hunter x Hunter so far, because he's about to start the third arc. Andrew,
Is that when Killua dies?
it is. You know what arc I'm talking about, though? He
Is it?
just
I wanna-
finished the part where they got the ring, the tape, and the cassette, right? And the cassette, and they heard Jing's voice for the first time.
Okay, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's where Adrian's at right now in the anime.
So, initial thoughts. I love it. It's great. I think it's like way more fast-paced than like One Piece, for example. But it's kind of like we talked about earlier. Like it. I feel like when you start watching One Piece, like you never really know what the ultimate like power like level is. You know, like it constantly goes up.
They kind of like
Yeah.
they kind of give you like a glimpse of it, and they kind of just shoot past it at times.
But the thing is, they give you like a
So
glimpse of it.
quick, hold on, real quick. So spoilers for One Piece, Hunter x Hunter, and whatever other shows we might bring up, or anime. Well, like so at the beginning of One Piece, right? You see, you get out the gate that Luffy is a beast.
Yeah, that he's strong.
That he's strong as fuck.
Yes,
and Zoro, because they don't actually struggle to beat anyone. I would say until Smoker. Arlong gave Luffy some trouble, but Luffy whooped his ass.
Yeah.
Like, definitely. It wasn't like next blow decides. It's more like, he got me, but I'm fucking him up. So Smoker was the first one Luffy couldn't beat. Up until Smoker, the strongest person we'd seen is Shanks, I would say.
But even then, we didn't really get a good grasp of how strong it was because we don't know what. That's what I'm saying. We don't know what the hell happened.
Right. So we get like, Shanks, Luffy's here, which is high compared to normal people, but Luffy's here, and Shanks is up here. And then Luffy's kind of like tearing up all these people, and then we get Smoker, who we're like, we don't really know how he compares to Shanks. And then from there we go to the Grand Line. And the Grand Line, we don't really get anyone that's like, holy shit, there's no way Luffy can beat this guy until... I mean, Crocodile at first we're like, oh, how's he going to beat him? But he beats him in that arc. Until I would say Kizaru. Or no, not Kizaru. Aokiji.
Who's that again?
The ice... The one that's a... An admiral. He's an admiral.
Yeah. With the
fro.
Fro.
Yeah. So like when he beats them, there is no we have no idea how he's gonna beat him, and we don't see him again for a while. So like we have like Smoker over here, and then we see Aokiji, and it's just like boom. We don't know how we're gonna beat Aokiji, but that takes a long ass time.
Right, and that's what I'm saying, that like I feel like Hunter x Hunter right now, like very early on, you're starting to see what like the ultimate level is. Like even now in Wano, I still don't know what like the total peak power is. Like we don't know shit about Shanks at this point. Like just watching the anime,
1,000 episodes in,
right? Like I have absolutely no idea. Like if Shanks would absolutely whoop Luffy, or if Luffy would like kind of give him like a fight.
Trouble.
Or so, like I have no idea how Shanks pairs up against Kaido or anything. Like I have zero idea. I don't know how.
I mean, it is implied that Shanks can take Kaido, because whenever Luffy like hits him really hard, he sees like Roger, Whitebeard, Zebek, and then Shanks is in there as well, and Mihawk as well.
Okay.
So it is implied Shanks can take Kaido, and also in the war with Whitebeard, that it is also said that Shanks had a run-in with Kaido, and then he comes and stops the war. Remember that?
Yeah.
So it is implied pretty standardly that Shanks and Kaido are, at the very minimum, Shanks can put up a fight with Kaido and hold him off. Because he didn't show up to the war injured.
Okay. All right. Well, then, like, past that, right? Like, even, like, we still have the whole world government.
Yeah. We have a lot
to go. Like, there's still a lot to go. Like, we don't know, like, you know, and it just feels like naturally, like, the thing for One Piece is that, like, slowly, for sure, and it makes sense, right? But, like, that...
it takes its time.
Yeah, that people, like, do get stronger. And so, if you tell me right now, like, oh, at the end of Wano and the end of One Piece altogether, like, nobody gets stronger anymore, like, past Shanks, like, it'd be weird. Like, it's just constantly going to somebody's going to keep getting stronger and stronger and stronger and stronger, and I don't know what that limit is. With Hunter, like, X Hunter right now, like, I can already see, like, oh, like, it makes sense, like, with the Nen that was infused or stuff like that, or seeing somebody as elite as, Hisoka, right? Like, I have a much better grasp on it.
Yeah.
And so that's something that I appreciate about Hunter x Hunter. What was that?
What would you say is the best fight you've seen so far?
There's Gon Hisoka versus that other guy. There's Gon versus the ninja guy. I can't remember his name. There is...
Big Boy hasn't come in yet, right?
No. I don't know who Big Boy is, but I'm pretty sure no. Actually, I think I do know who Big Boy is. No.
Yeah.
Well,
okay.
The best fight, I think, like, probably just like a length, and it's also like a plot device, and it makes sense that it would be Gon versus Hisoka, just because they had like a lot going for it, right? Because also like Hisoka was kind of toying with him a little bit, and so the fight dragged out, so you got to see like some of Gon's creativity come out. As to where the fight that Hisoka had with who's that blonde dude, the one with the like the clone, the one that Hisoka killed, like.
I don't remember his name, but I know who you're talking
about.
Yeah. That's what Hisoka versus that other guy.
Yeah, so
I think he was a floor master, wasn't he?
No, he wasn't a floor master.
Oh, okay.
But that fight, like, not that it wasn't good, but obviously Hisoka was like, I'm just trying to like kill a motherfucker, like toy with him a little bit, right? But not as much as Gon. So
did Hisoka kill him?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, so I would say like my favorite fight so far has been Hisoka versus Gon, just because you've gotten to see the creativity that Gon pulls out, which is obviously a big part of the show, right? Like seeing how like the kid, like he is very strong, but it's also not just like, oh, this kid is just like fucking trampling on everybody just from raw strength. Like he gets creative and stuff.
So what are your predictions from the arc that you're walking into right now? Because I made him stop right before he starts the new arc.
Dude, it's really fucking tough to say because
what's the stuff you want to see in this arc? Let's go with development.
I would actually
fights.
Love if Gon did meet his dad and he learned stuff from his dad, but his dad didn't turn into a villain. Because I feel like that's so very like trope of anime that like, you know, it's like, oh, I don't know, you know, this person has been mysterious my whole life, and then like I meet them, I'm so happy, and it turns out that like they're evil and I have to defeat them somehow. Like I hate that. Like it's so repetitive now. So I would like him to meet him. Maybe not necessarily like buddy up and be like, you know, dad and son against the world, but like, hey, like, you know, you're doing great, like super happy you found, like, you know, I can help you with this and this, like learn a bunch of stuff, and they have some sort of relationship, but he doesn't become a bad guy. Okay. But he also doesn't become critical to the story of Gone.
And you think that's going to happen in this upcoming arc? Or are you just saying in the show in general?
I think from the pace of what I've seen, like, for example, like, I thought from the very beginning that Gon punching Hisoka was going to happen, like, towards the end of the show. And it happened, like, at the next arc. So it seems like, although there's something going on with Hisoka, like little stuff like that, like stuff that they introduce at the beginning of the arc, like there is some sort of closure of it at the end. So it might not be like the whole, like it'll be the last time that we see Gon's dad, like Jing. But I would like to see maybe, I think what would be really cool, would be super refreshing. It would be something like if Gon does meet his dad or whatever, and his dad gives him the standard bullshit of like, you know, hey, I'm like, you know, this is super painful for me, like, but I would do it again, like, you know, kind of stuff. And then Gon's like, well, you know, cool, I guess. And then his dad, like, teaches him a couple things about Nen. Because obviously his dad is, like, super tough. And then, like, Gon uses that as a stepping stone for more. But it doesn't revolve around, like, the whole story, the whole Hunter x Hunter doesn't revolve around, like, Gon and his dad. You know. So
where do you think the show ends then?
I think
because if his goal right now is to meet his dad,
I think there's gonna be something more of the Phantom trope. Like I feel like there's something else going on there that it's not gonna be as simple as an arc where like Kuripaka like comes in like and defeats them or whatever. I think there's gonna be, because they've kind of embedded a little more mystery to it with like revealing that Hisoka was like black trope, but not really, or sorry, yeah, like Phantom trope, but not really, because he like peeled off his skin. So like I do think that's like they're kind of building up to something there. I don't know if necessarily they're gonna like it's just gonna be a one-on-one fight, like me versus you, because also Gon isn't really driven by like Luffy is like, I'm gonna be the king of the pirates, right? And he's just gonna defeat everybody. Gon is just kind of in like I am just kind of gonna do what I want, and right now it's like I'm gonna, you know, fight my dad. But I feel like he's not gonna care about the Phantom trope unless Kuripaka like, you know, it's like, I need your help or something like that, and he's like, yeah, we're friends, like we're gonna do this or whatever. Right. But he doesn't have like I'm gonna defeat the evil of the world, you know, like kind of thing. He's just like a kid that's super strong and is doing what he wants with his friend.
Okay.
So I think it's a little refreshing that's, you know, they're not using that as plot armor, like just a standard like, I'm gonna, you know, do great for the world. Like it's just like, I'm just doing me, having fun, and you know.
Okay. So. Well, he's gonna start the new arc probably tonight.
What? We're not playing Apex?
We are, but
we gotta eat dinner, bro. It's like 10.
Shit, it is.
It's late.
Yeah, but we'll probably wrap it up here. Yeah, I think it's time to wrap it up. So go ahead and comment your thoughts on Adrian's predictions, if you think he's far off or spot on.
But don't spoil it for me.
He won't.
And also let us what you and also let us know what you think about bestiality. Is it gay?
Also, if you have a good idea that we can use to get Andrew on a freaking plane, we are all ears. Nothing is off the table as of right now. We're pretty resourceful, and we are dedicated to getting this man on a plane so that we can go on trips with him. So drop your plan. Andrew won't read the comments. I will. So I'll relay the information to Adrian. We'll get this man on a plane. Guaranteed. But that's all for this week. Thank you for the support, and we will continue being idiots online for your entertainment. All right.
Bye.
Bye-bye.